Hey artists and creators, Jstar here, and today I'm going to make some cards to trade with Miss Carrie's art class.
So for my inspiration for Miss Carrie's class this time, I made these before and I think they're really fun, and I thought these would be a fun card to trade with first to third graders. Again, they're pretty easy to make. All it is some hand-painted paper, hole punches around the edge, and fed with this eyelash yarn. It's just quickly laced. So let's make some of these, but I thought for them it would be fun to make them in brighter colors. And I happen to have this eyelash yarn, so I decided I would make it in these colors. So what we want to do first is paint a background paper, okay? It's going to be red, yellow, and blue to match this. So I've got my little jelly plate. This is simply to use the brayer on, to spread the paint out and get it nice and thin. Now we did this technique for the layered backgrounds before. Let's see, is that flat? Not flat, there we go. And everything's in, pretty much in shot. Okay, so first I'm just gonna put some red on, and we're just gonna use a little bitty bit, okay? Maybe a little tad more than that, okay? And that's a pretty good red match. And I'm just gonna brayer it out so it's nice and smooth on the roller. And then let's just go right there. Let's just put a stripe, okay? And let's go in here and just put some stripes. And we're basically just rollering off our brayer onto cardstock. This is just plain old cardstock. Okay, that's about as much paint as we're going to get off of there. So let's take a no kneaded piece of paper, and we're just going to pull this. Okay, and that's pretty clean. Woo. And now I'm going to take some yellow, a little bit, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to roller that off a little bit. And we'll just use the same piece. And we peel most of that off. Okay, and now to get this color, that's not quite it. That's not quite it. So I'm just gonna mix, okay? I'll put a little of the Blue Lagoon and a little of that, and just see what we get, okay? I'm gonna mix it up here on the plate. Oh yeah. And now, that's closer to it. Maybe still a little more blue, but there is other blue in here. So we're gonna go with that. Oh. And again, just filling the empty spaces. Okay, that's pretty good. And we'll blot off with this one. Just random papers to clean the jelly plate. All right, pretty clean. Let's take this off of here and get this out of the way. So this is going to be our main paper. I want to do something to liven this up a little bit more, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna splatter it with the red, yellow, and blue, okay? To just give it a little more excitement. Now I already prepared one earlier so that I have it dry, and this is what it looks like, splattered and fun-timed, okay? So I really like how this turned out. I also mounted this with Craft Bond, Elmer's Craft Bond, to 2 pieces of cardstock just to give it a little more weight. I don't want to be too thick for the hole punch, but I wanted to have some nice weight to it, okay? So now all we have to do is cut it apart. And oh, there's some that seems like it wants to come apart. Let's put a little glue stick on that, shall we? Elmer's Craft Bond, do your trick. Okay. So I think the first thing I want to do is just cut off the edge. And as I've said before, I know there's a way to cut 10 out of this. It's amazing voodoo math, but if we go 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, we'll get 9 cards, and that's plenty, okay? So I'm going to make that a straight edge. Two and a half. Okay. So now I have all my cards. Why am I seeing some white there? All right, so a trick I learned from before is that I want to put my information on the back before I punch holes and lace it, because then I'm dealing with all these threads and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do first, really quickly. And I put this on the back of each of my cards. I put a box for the title and my signature. So we have the signature and title box, and then I put my name, Jstar, and then I put a star for good luck, okay? So I'm gonna do that to all of these. Okay, oh, I'm also going to add the date. Well, is that right? Okay, May 8th. Test the pieces to see. Okay. Okay, so I've got them all dated now. Now I don't know what I'm going to call each one of them yet, so I won't write the title in until later. But I am going to go ahead and autograph them all. It's a little weird to not be finished with it and sign your work, but to make it easier, I'm going to do it now. Okay, all autographed and dated. Now, the next thing I want to do with these, different from this version, is I do want to put a little word here, and I've decided on the words hope and dream and laugh, and basically they're from this alphabet, and I don't know where this came from because I got it in a craft haul from Facebook Marketplace, but it's just little typeset letters, and I like typewriter font. And what I've done here is I've just rolled out 3 stripes of the same paint colors that we had, okay? And I'm going to stamp a little frame and then stamp the words in it. Oh, I need my ink back, okay? And so I've got 9 of them to do. I'm gonna do, well, 3 of each. Might should turn sideways to have a little more space. And the black on the blue is a little bit subtle, but if you look closely enough, you'll be able to see what we're doing. Okay, let's see if I can do this without making a mistake. I want to put dream on each color, hope on each color, and laugh on each color. And also, hopefully this fits. Maybe I should just do a little tester up here. And it fits. Okay, good, good, good. Dream. Okay, we have hope, laugh, and dream on our cards. And now I'm going to cut those out. And I do like to print these better. I just think if you've spent some time making some cool art, you don't want to mess it up by using handwriting on your sentiment. So just print it out. Print it out on a computer and cut it out. Whatever you can do. Just, you know, make it nice. Okay, so I've laid out my cards. I've got all my little sentiments cut out. And I want to figure out where to put them on, you know, which ones to put on which cards. And I had the idea that dream should be on the blue cards because it's like night with stars. So I'm going to put the dreams on the blue cards and see. That actually looks really nice with all that yellow in there. So that's good. And then that has a nice red connection. And then there's that one is the blue. So well done, Jstar. Okay. And then on the yellow, I think that's the place for hope. So let's look at, maybe this one goes here with sort of yellow, red, orange. And then, oh, maybe it's here with that bit of blue. Okay, hope. And then we'll put laugh on the other ones. Let's see, that's nice on that red field. And that'll stand out there. And this will look good here. Okay, looks good. I'm gonna glue those down. Alrighty, all of our sentiments are on. And now, let's see. Now, before we punch holes and lace the things up, I want to go around and black the edges. I think it's nice to just clean up your edges. Makes it look, oh, shnikes. Fortunately, there's gonna be frills there. I always run off the edge. Oops. That just makes a nicer little card, except for that part. Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, all edged and beautiful. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is hole punch. And what I figured out for these is if I go in all 4 corners, and then one in the center, roughly. And then about a third down and about a third down. Okay, done and done. I'll get the rest of these done and then we'll lace them. Having a little confetti party. Okay, all holes punched and ready to lace. Now, here's our beautiful yarn. And I'm going to show you my very, very high-tech advanced needle. This is my needle. And I'm going to show you how I made it. It's very, very complicated. This is some twist tie from Christmas lights. I always keep it in a drawer because I use it for all kinds of things. I'm going to fold it in half. And that's going to be the eye of the needle down there. And then I'm just going to fold over the top. Okay, I know that is very complicated, but now you have your needle. Okay, pull that open. And I'm going to just sit my thread in there. And now I want to go around the card. I'm going to have to go around it twice. I'm going to go in and out, in and out. So basically I need twice as long as the diameter. And what I found is if I do basically five times around this thing. So I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be long enough to get me around the card. And I'm just going to start in this top, whatever it is, left corner. And I'm going to pull it through. Now, obviously, you probably won't have the same eyelash yarn as me, but I'm going to put that little flange there, and I'm just going to hold it in place. And then I'm just going to go over, under, okay? Simple, simple, simple. Okay, and now I'm back up there. Now I'm just going to go back the way I came, okay? And when I over, under, it's going to create the line. Okay, so there we are, and we have our two little tail ends. I'm just going to tie this off. And then I'm going to clip it off. Just pretty close to there. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do is going to take my high-tech needle, and I'm going to go through and just push all these little ribbons through the closest hole, okay? Get in there. And voila, we have a lovely hope card. I think this is just the cutest thing. And you can see doing all this beforehand really helps. I've covered over my name. Oh no, Jstar. Well, they still got Jstar or Star and Jstar. But look how cute that is. Okay, I'm gonna get the rest of them sewn up and then we'll look at them all. Okay, and I'm just gonna fluff up that fringe where it kind of got wrapped around. I love it. It's like the drummer on the Muppet Show. Animal, animal. This one I love because it's like dark dream and then like the stars fade up. Really cool. So here are all my cards with the eyelash fringe, the laugh, 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 dream, 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 hope, hope, hope. And I think they just turned out really great. I've gone back and written the name of them, the title, and everything's there. And again, you can see why I did that first because of all that fringe in the way. But I think they just turned out so cute. And they're so simple. You paint some paper, punch some holes, lace some yarn, some ribbon, some eyelash crazy fringe, whatever you have, and it makes a really cool card. All right, Miss Carrie's class, I hope you like them, and I look forward to some fun trades with your artistic creations from your artist trading cards. From Funkin' Dazzles, I'm Jstar, saying have a great day and keep creating.